Anyone can use a weapon, but the ninja is a weapon. Behold!
Alright, welcome back, and today I want to talk about the Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Karai as the Shredder by NECA. Now, I know that this character has been around for a little while in the comics, and let me tell you something, for her to be put in the figure form like this with the Shredder uniform is absolutely amazing. Now, I heard that she was coming out. I didn't know she was going to be out this soon. My wife and I were walking through a Target, and there she was in the NECA section, only one. And somebody had seen her, and they tried to hide her, whatever the case was. I wasn't looking for her. I just happened to stumble upon it and see her, so I picked her up. Anyway, enough of that, which we will get into more stuff with this figure as the review goes on. But here's the box. Here's some artwork. Here is Karai dressed in the Shredder uniform. Absolutely amazing. And then, of course, more product photos on the back of the figure itself. And then, of course, another picture of Karai on the other side. And she is number 23 in this series. So let's get Karai out of the box and let's take a look. All right, so now that we have Karai out of her packaging, here she is in all of her glory in the Shredder's uniform. She becomes the Shredder, and let me tell you something. This looks like this was drawn with Kirby's magic pen and brought to life. Let me tell you something, because this is straight out of the Mirage comics. Yeah, I mean, come on. This character here, you know, we've seen her in the cartoon. We've seen her in the movie, you know, the Michael Bay version. We've seen her in the animated movie. Karai has a lot of history. And one, she's Splinter's daughter. She's always Shredder's adopted daughter, or she is his second in command. But either way, or first in command, whatever you want to say, she's his right-hand man when it comes down to certain things. But Karai is in the narrative. The thing is with her in the Mirage comics, when she takes over the Shredder's mantle, not only does she turn around and leave Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, and Master Splinter, left them for dead as she attacked them. If it wasn't for Leonardo coming back from where he was at and saving them, she would have succeeded in killing them, because she is that badass. She has always been underestimated in the cartoons and in the movies, but not in the comic. Not in the comic. For somebody to be able to take up the Shredder's mantle, you have to be able to handle your business. So with that being said, let's take a look at this character. So, I mean, just the detail alone in her face, the way they drew her, the hair, everything, the pauldrons on the shoulders, her gauntlets, the Shredder's, you know, claws at the end. Beautifully done. The uniform, nice wash going across the midsection here, all the way down to the shin guards with all the blades on them. Absolutely beautiful. All the way down to her tabi boots. I mean, beautifully done. Wonderfully done. Now, I just want to say something also. The articulation with this figure, of course, it is NECA articulation. So I just want to say, as far as the swivel here on the bicep, between the shoulder and the bicep, that was fine. But between the gauntlet and this joint right here, when you move this, you want to be careful to grab it and pinch to twist, because it does twist and it's tight. So if yours is extremely tight when you get this figure, and if you're going to get this figure, definitely warm it up, because you figure where the pegs are right here, it's either going to bend this or it's going to break it, one of the two. But I didn't have to warm mine up. I just grabbed it securely here and pinched, and then I was able to turn it. And it broke loose pretty fine, you know. I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. At first, I didn't think that it was going to move. I was like, it's kind of odd that they didn't add a swivel there to give her that articulation, to get her arms to look more natural with the gauntlets on them, but they did. She has upper torso movement here. She does have an ab crunch, so that's not too bad. I mean, I'm just going over some of this. I'm not going to go over all of it. And of course, you know, she's not going to look up and all that other stuff, but definitely, she is a cool addition to your collection if you're a Turtles fan. And if you are not, and you just want some kind of crazy chick ninja, this is the one for your collection. That's for sure. I can honestly say that. It's not pinless, but double jointed knees, and they're smooth. They're not, you know, that tight. They're not tight. I just want to show that off because I was talking about this being, you know, very stiff and tight and whatnot. There isn't any, at least on mine, you know, it doesn't turn at that ball, and it probably does. It's just that it's probably like seized up in there from being put in, you know, with the paint stuff. It's just I don't like really kind of trying to turn it too much, but the ankle articulation is there. No upper thigh swivel, but we do have the hip swivel here, so you do have that articulation. It's minimal, but it is NECA, so that's, you know, and that's to be expected because, well, that's just the way NECA does their articulation. Could it be better? Sure, but I mean, is it gonna break the bank? I mean, I know I have a lot of these turtle figures and Shredder and Splinter and foot soldiers and all that stuff, and listen, the sculpt, the beautifulness that the beauty that they do with bringing these characters to life is absolutely amazing. And just so you guys know, I did see the 4-pack of the wrestling turtles, if anybody's interested, at Target. So they are appearing in Targets. If anybody's looking for them, they're about $160. Probably a little bit more, maybe like $164 with tax and everything else. So yeah, I won't be picking those up because I have no interest in that set. But definitely, if you find Karai, pick her up. Like I said, somebody hid her away. I don't know if they were going to pick her up. I happened to stumble across her and I bought her. Now, she comes with a lot of accessories, and I'm sorry for my rant, but you know how I love just talking about great figures. And yeah, really quick, do I wish that they would do better articulation with these figures? Sure, but for the way I have them posed on my shelves, it doesn't break the bank, so I'm not really, you know, that worried about it. But anyway, blah, 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 blah. Enough of that nonsense. Let's get in and taking a look at the accessories that this character comes with, because she comes with quite a few things. So I'm going to start off with the hands, and that way you can see them. You have the weapon holding hands with the claws on them. And then you have, hold on, I'm getting there. Then you have her open hands with the claws on them. So that's cool too. So now that I've shown those off, let's get into taking a look at the other accessories that she comes with. So let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Her with all of her accessories, her alternate heads, and the Kabuto that does not have the head sculpt in it, whereas you can actually have her holding it in her hands. She does come with a lot of stuff, and she is pretty poseable, needless to say, even though she doesn't have the articulation where you can get her into some deep posing, but you still can get her posed out. She can balance. It's a little tough to get her to balance, but you can still get her to do it. But I don't have anybody out here to compare her to, so I apologize. All my stuff's away. I wasn't going to tear apart the shelves to get some turtles out here to compare her to some. So, therefore, I have no one out here to compare her to. So, but yeah, I mean, look, if you're looking to get yourself a Karai, you know, the female version of Shredder, who took over the mantle once Shredder was killed in the first, you know, pages of the actual first comic, the first issue. And then he ended up coming back. But, you know, if you guys haven't read it, you know, I'm not trying to spoil anything for you younger viewers who have not read the original TMNT comics. Go check them out. You can see them online, whatever the case is, or find them in your local comic book shops. Definitely a great read. Check them out if your parents allow you to do so. If you're just a young adult and you're looking to do so, go check them out. The cool thing is, the reason why I have this staff in her hand is because she has this like bandana tie on there. So if you guys do know that all the turtles' bandanas were red at one point in time, to me it's just like she kind of took it and tied it on there, which that may not be. That's just what I'm saying. But that's just something that they would tie on the end. They would have that on there because it's kind of like a distraction when you're using it in battle. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review of Karai as the Shredder by NECA. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below. Always hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything new. And I'll catch you on the flippity flip.